Hello, Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs. My name is Debbie Elzea. I am a somatic sex and intimacy coach for women. This is my first time going live here, and I'm a little nervous, but that's perfect because I'm about to introduce us to an embodiment exercise, which is for relaxation and getting into our body, our senses, and our heart, as opposed to that busy place, our brains, that we spend most of our days with all our, clouded with thoughts and expectations. So I hope that you have a moment to sit yourself in a quiet place to relax. Let's have a relaxation exercise. Bring the little sound effects here. Do you know that being caught up in your head is probably the top impediment to female sexual enjoyment? Makes sense, doesn't it? So what we're going to do is an exercise that involves grounding, breath, and body sensation. We're going to tune into our body sensation. And another day, when I do it, my future presentations, we will also tune into emotions and energy. So if you're ready to get started, first we're going to start grounding ourselves into the earth by closing our eyes, that most overused sense. I'll probably keep my eyes on and off open here, but go ahead and please get comfortable and close your eyes. Let's go on a journey. Whoops. Let me do that again. Much better. Ladies, I invite you to feel where your body is connected to the chair or to the earth that is grounding you, and take several deep breaths. Connecting with our breath helps us to achieve deeper states of awareness. So while you're breathing slowly, if you exhale audibly, if that feels good for you, go ahead and exhale audibly. Notice where the breath starts and where it ends. See if you can tune into the exact location, the sensations in your nose. If you can feel your abdomen rising and falling, pull that breath into your chest where it surrounds your heart, that symbolic source of pure love, and feel your chest rise and fall. See if you can ride the waves of your breath like you are surfing. Now let's drop back into our bodies. We should be feeling a little quieter in the mind and more present. And let's scan the body, noticing any tension, any rhythms, sensation. Is there any pain, warmth, cold? You can start with your toes. And while breathing deeply, scan your body, slowly moving up to your center. Feel the breath rising and falling. Noticing any sensations. As you breathe up and bring the sensation up, notice the breath filling your abdomen, your chest, your heart with life-giving breath. And when you get up here to your chest, to your heart space, think of something that you are grateful for. What are you grateful for in this moment? And feel this gratitude in your heart before slowly returning to your head space. I hope that you have enjoyed this little journey into embodiment, an escape from the normal time and place, busy place of thoughts and distractions where we spend most of our day. I'm a somatic sex and intimacy coach for women, and that means somatic means of the body. What is embodiment and why is it needed for deep pleasure, relaxation, and connection? Why is it so important in sensuality and sexuality? Well, everybody talks of mindfulness nowadays. And as you probably know, mindfulness is the art of paying attention to the present, using your senses, being there with curiosity, but in a neutral, non-judgmental way. It means noticing what's happening inside, but being kind to yourself at the same time. Sexual embodiment is created by mindfully focusing on your sensory input while actively receiving input, whether it's from yourself or from your lover. In contrast, one of the main reasons why women have so much trouble with sexual pleasure is that we are actually disembodied. We forget we even have a body because we are so caught up in our thoughts, our judgment, performance anxiety, guilt, shame, or we're furtively focusing on or chasing orgasms, which ironically makes them less likely to happen. So I come from the world of sacred sexuality, and states of bliss are achievable by combining just two things, relaxation plus arousal. How can it be so simple? Well, it's like a lot of things. It's simple, but it doesn't mean it's easy. It's like weight loss, which is simple. Eat fewer calories, burn off more calories. Very simple, right? But easy? Heck no, right? Same thing. Combining relaxation and arousal or mindfulness plus sensation. Simple, yes. Easy, no. And sensation, if you've noticed, women's sexuality is complex. What felt good last year, last night, or even 5 minutes ago changes for women, right? Sensation is not fixed. It's always changing and evolving. And also, if we don't take care of our bodies and our vulvas and pay them attention, they will go numb from neglect or trauma or anxiety and being exposed to things that are unpleasant. Fortunately, sensation and pleasure can be revived through mindful touch practice, among other things, and you can rewire your body and your brain with new neural pathways to pleasure, and you can discover new types of touch that you really enjoy and learn how to get that from yourself or from your lover. So these are just some of the aspects of things that women need to have a great sex life would be embodiment. It's not the only thing. We also need to feel worthy. We need to give it the time and the priority. We maybe need to be creative, have connection with our partners. But this was just a little focus on embodiment. And coaching may be very helpful to you. Maybe your first introduction to mindful embodiment concepts, or it might help you apply concepts that you already know from your yoga or meditation practice. Why not multitask and apply them to your sex life? I think sexual exploration and growth and connection is really the most beautiful frontier to self-growth, because it also helps so much with creating a beautiful, connected relationship. I need to drink some water, sorry. So in sex coaching and in home play, you will learn and practice a variety of exercises that help you get out of your head and into sensation and pleasure. And these might include breath work, guided visualization, all kinds of energetic movement or dance. They all get you out of your head from your daily activities or emotions and open up your mind, your heart, and your body to increase sensation and pleasure. Because women's sexual pleasure is complicated. And if you struggle in this area, it's not your fault and you are not broken. You just haven't claimed your sexual pleasure yet. Sexual pleasure is a skill, an art, and a science. So it's time to unlearn the shame and negative messages that society and our past experiences have embedded in us, and instead explore and practice what our own hearts and bodies desires, so that we can create and claim our own personalized universe of pleasure and connection. Because life is too short not to enjoy your body, your sexuality, and your romantic relationships. And sex is the number 2 source of romantic relationships fizzling and even divorce. So, we spend so much time and energy on, looking good and attracting a man and things like that. Well, why not work on yourself from the inside out so that you genuinely experience and radiate confidence in your sexuality? I have an interesting analogy about female sexuality. It is like driving a car. Okay, so what it is think about it this way. There is a process, right? Because again, nobody teaches us this. Whose mother teaches them about orgasms and sexual pleasure, or school, or anywhere else? Religion certainly doesn't teach us. It's so much about shaming, and rather than celebrating female sexuality. So there's a process to growth and building your skills and your confidence in this area. To grow and transform, using the car analogy, you need to release the brakes. That is, what is holding you back. And usually these are guilt, shame, your body image, the past disappointments you hold, distraction, right? You're multitasking even when you're making love, feeling numb, and just generally being caught up in your head. So those are the brakes. You need less of those. You need to release those. And then you need to step on the gas, which is getting more of the things that you desire. And that would be confidence, sensation, feeling embodied, creative, playful, and partner connection. So your coach is like your GPS system, which provides you with an atmosphere of exploration and playfulness, permission and empowerment for your journey, so that you can have the blissful, connected sex and love life you desire. So let's see. I want to end with an exercise. We have a little bit more time here. I was going to talk about my own journey, and I have finally the sex life of my dreams, and my mission is to help you become a turned on, cherished woman like me. And I debated whether or not to share my journey, because it has good, bad, and some really ugly sexual stuff in there. But I'm going to hold that off for like a one-on-one call or a future broadcast, because I do think it is important to know that I've been there, and women's sexual pleasure is not a given, right? It's something that, like I mentioned, an art, a science, and a skill. So I will be happy to talk about this on another episode. I just joined. This is my first broadcast, so we'll be meeting up again, and I hope you will join, because my story is probably similar in many ways to yours, with all the slut shaming, the sexual harassment, the assaults, the shame and guilt, and all the rest of it. But life may hand us lemons, but that is not our fault. But it is up to us to make lemonade of our lives. You are not broken, and neither was I. We are strong, we are loving, and we are empowered, and we are capable of creating and enjoying life's greatest joy, which, in my opinion, you may not be there yet, but I think life's greatest joy is a blissful, connected love and sex life. So it is my profession, my pleasure, and my passion to help you shed your sexual frustration, your emptiness, and find your bliss. Now, coaching is not like therapy generally. It is present and future focused, and skills and action based. Therapy, as you may know, which is a wonderful thing, is based on healing trauma and deep wounding, and also understanding why you feel the way you do. And this may be best that you work on some issues in a therapeutic relationship if that's what applies to you. However, I will tell you too that being successful in love and feeling loved is also therapeutic and healing, and sexual connection and pleasure are wonderful areas of empowerment and self-growth. So when female sexual pleasure is unleashed, it is the most powerful source of love and joy in your life and relationship. And on that note, I'm going to start another lovely exercise where we lock into the most potent source of female sexual energy and empowerment, which is our womb space. Our womb space, the source of all life, is emanating from this beautiful space within us, about 3 inches below our navel, below your navel, and right at the center. So I want you to first take a moment and put your thoughts and your energies into your womb space. And I hope you are sitting on a chair right now. If you are sitting on a chair at the same time, I invite you to scoot yourself to the very edge of your chair. So you're, partially on, partially off the chair. You're just kind of a little balanced there. And we're going to take some breaths and really focus on our womb space. And then we're going to do some very slow, gentle rocking of this area while focusing on the beauty, the power, the warmth emanating from it as we rock. It's a magical practice. But this is in my first intro to you. We'll do it again. And in the meantime, I will be quiet now. But my website is moreintimacy.net. And you can also join my Facebook group, which is Romance Reboot and Bedroom Bootcamp, or More Intimacy on Facebook and in my website. So I'm going to lead you through this, and I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. With practice, wow, it puts me into ecstatic space. So I probably won't even do it along with you, because getting into ecstatic space on this call with you ladies is maybe not the appropriate time and introduction to you. So let's get started with some deep breaths, deep breathing. I invite you to bring your attention to your power center, which is your womb space. And breathe some loving breath, taking it all the way down to your chest, to your belly, all the way down to fill up your pelvic area. Oh, be sure your eyes are closed. Use your breath to fill up your pelvic bowl with life-giving breath and energies. You might want to visualize a golden glow, an energy coming from your womb. If it feels right to you, give your pelvic floor a pulse or two. While breathing deeply and savoring the breath and sensation. And when you're ready, I invite you, keeping your pelvis grounded to the seat, to very, very slowly begin to rock your upper body back and forth as if you were on a super slow motion rocking chair. As if your pelvis contains a bowl of energy and light, and maybe a honey-like solution that just ever so slowly rocks. As slow as you think you're going, slow it down further while visualizing this energetic flow in your womb space. Remembering to breathe. When I do this, I think it's just wonderful to be a female and have this beautiful life-creating womb space and energy. And I invite you to slowly come back to the room you're in. slow your rocking. Our time went by really quickly. I will repeat this or versions of it next week. But I hope that you had a good experience and this took you for a brief time out of your busy multitasking life and you got to experience embodiment and a bit of mindful sensuality. And it would be my pleasure to take you on a journey to your bliss. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for checking this out. I'm just really touched. Thank you that we could share this. I hope we meet one day. I'm going to stop this now. End live video. And thank you. You have a wonderful day. Bye.